Alright, so I think there's that, and then I think I'm good to start my music. Alright. Hope this goes well. Okay. Let's see. That a little bit. That. Super professional. You know, it's all set up here. Okay. Get some water. Alright, I don't know how loud the music is. It might be too loud. Let me turn it down just a hair. Okay, so I finished what I'm calling the storybook bag or purse for a friend, client, whatever. You guys have seen, if you watched my previous video, you got to see me work on this this little cover piece. In time, this will look better, but there you go. That's how it came out. It looks alright. My lighting's not great in here, but you can see it a little bit on there. But yeah, like I said, folds over. I put this little loop in here. I liked the way that went. So I wanted to look a little bit like a, say like if you were old-time diary look to it. Client wanted this real bright pink on it, super glittery. It looks good. But yeah, that's all leather, with a pink pink paint from EcoFlow. The stain here is also EcoFlow, the coal black. I put these little tassels on the side because it wasn't really, my pattern didn't work out the best, but you know, I'm not a professional, so yep. Let's take a look at the inside. Now, if I can fish the zipper out. But you know, we got a zipper that I made on here. Got pretty deep, two sides pockets here, one on the side, one on this side, and then a center console here. Opens alright. It's deep enough for one of those female wallets and phones and all that stuff, so yep. And closes it up pretty good, opens pretty good. I've got this little resin bear claw on here, and that's what holds the our storybook closed. And in time, this will stretch out and be easier to latch. Yeah, it closes just like that. I think it looks good. I got these little things here, little hooks here that I'm going to be putting our strap in for. But that is the storybook purse that I designed and finished recently. I'm going to be making the strap for it. So this is a 3/4 inch strap that I cut out yesterday. Didn't get around to staining it. But one of the things I wanted to talk about was the difficulty you run into with thin straps and sanding them down to make sure they're even. So what I did was I took my sewing awl here, my sewing saddle, whatever you want to call it, strapped these in here at the top, and then used my little sanding block to sand down and make these closer to even, even. But it's not perfect, but it works. It functions. Alright, get that out of the way, I don't need it anymore. But that is what I've run into. Okay, so today I'm not going to be using the EcoFlow like I used earlier on the other on the bag itself, but I am instead going to be using the Fiberings Pro dye here. I've got the black. I want the strap to be super dark, really contrast against that pink. So the difference between the EcoFlow water-based dye and the this Pro dye, number one, EcoFlow, theirs is actually a stain, not a dye, and it's water-based, so you don't actually have to prep it at all other than cleaning. My leather's been sitting out for about a day now, so I'm gonna wipe off the dust real quick. But other than that, I should be good to go. So for the Fiberings Pro dye, you have to wet your leather first. Don't soak your leather, otherwise you're gonna be sitting there forever waiting for it to dry so you can work with it. So I'm gonna wet this down. So wetted it down. So always have water handy, all that stuff. So the way I'm going to dye this is I'm going to dip dye it, but instead of putting it in a tub and running it through, what I'm actually gonna do is take a Ziploc bag, put a little bit of dye in there, roll this thing up, smash it in there, move it around a little bit, let it soak up that dye, and then I'm gonna pull it out. And we're gonna see how well it goes. This is gonna be a shorter video because I can't really do anything after I dye with it, especially this way. It will be drying out for quite some time. This isn't my normal staining bench. I brought this in here just so that I could do this video and stay away from the cats because they're evil.
Searching for a better way to collaborate with your team? Try Miro, an online whiteboard made for teamwork. Everyone's welcome.
I didn't realize there was going to be
Project
an ad.
managers to product managers, designers, developers, agile coaches.
Okay. Alright. Need my drink. Okay. So this looks like it's dried out a little bit enough. So we're gonna give it a go. I don't even know if I have. Oh! It's because this is an EcoFlow on the... Okay. I thought I used the EcoFlow on the purse. I guess I didn't. Whatever. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to roll this up. Doesn't have to be rolled perfect. Just enough to fit inside the Ziploc baggie here. Because with the dye like this, it'll soak in real good. So give this a shake. I don't think you actually need to shake this dye, but I just always do it anyways. Alright. That's entirely too much, but whatever. I don't care. Okay, so we got our dye in there. We got this wound up. Just going to put it in there, zip it up, around a little bit. Kind of get in here, grab some of the sides, try to spread them a little bit. It can be pretty difficult. So my hopes are I want to get everything dyed on here, front and back, really soaked in. I'm hoping that this keeps its flexibility. Usually does. But, alright. Get swished around there a little bit. Alright, let's see how well it went. Let it drip off quite a bit. Gonna make sure that, have to make sure the cats don't get in here. Alright. Now I've got my strap here. Looks good. Looks good. Alright. Now, problem is this thing is super soaked. Now, what I can do is take my cloth that I had earlier. I can wipe off some of the excess here. Not all of it. You want to keep some of it so that it soaks in still. But get some of that excess off both sides. Main reason people don't like to do the dip dyeing is one, it's fast, it's great for that, great for speed, great if you're doing like a lot of one color, it's great for that, but you waste a lot of material doing this, and I'm personally not worried about it. I just want it to be done, you know? One, it's a strap, so I don't really, it's not that important. It's not a lot of material, though I did just waste like a bunch of it doing this, but that's okay. Make sure you always have gloves, because otherwise you're gonna have problems. Okay, so that was my quick tutorial on dip dyeing. If there's any questions, leave a comment below. If you liked what you saw, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. I have other videos, you don't have to watch them, who cares. I do other streaming, I haven't done it in a while. Probably gonna get back into it soon. But that is the storybook purse. That's how you do a dip dye, different type of dip dye. I like the idea of using a bag, that way you can swish it around a little bit. You're gonna wind up wasting a tub or something if you don't do it this way, so you might as well grab a penny bag and put some dye in it. You're gonna waste it anyways, you know, why use a tub? I know a lot of people use tubs and other stuff, but this way is simpler, cheaper, and just as effective. So, that being said, I believe I'm done. It didn't take too long. It took more time for me to talk and set up than it did for me to actually do the process. But that will sit there and dry for quite a bit of time, so make sure you're prepared for that for your projects. Now, I don't have any timeline on this purse to finish, but I will be finished with it at least this weekend. Because the main piece is done. Just as soon as this is dry, that purse is done. I have to just insert this onto the purse. Now with straps, a lot of people don't finish the sides. I kind of like finishing the sides, personally, but you can always ignore them. You don't have to do the beveling and all that stuff. It's not that big of a deal, personally. I think it looks more professional if you finish them, but it's a very tedious job. Alright, that is all from me, I believe. Like, comment, share, subscribe, stay hydrated.